Welcome, and thank you for being here during this tumultuous time to learn how to actually create more calm, more peace in your home. I always say that my home is my sanctuary, and it's really reflective of my inner world. And I want it to be reflective of my inner world because, let's face it, if we're not calm on the inside, how can we possibly expect our house and our home and our beloveds that live with us to also be calm? So I'd like to share with you 5 ways that I create calm in my home. Many people come in and they say, "Oh, your home feels so good," and it does, and there's reasons for that. So I want to share those reasons with you today. So the very first thing is, in terms of creating calm, I want you to look at how you wake up in the morning. Do you wake up in the morning and hit your alarm 5 times, and then at the very last time when you have to get up and everybody else is up, then you drag yourself out of bed and you rush the entire day, the entire morning, right? And that rushing actually contributes to a lack of calm in your household. So think about what that means for everybody in the house to watch you rush around and not have enough time. And if it's somebody else in your house, you can encourage them. If you wake up 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes earlier, as an influencer, actually, it's been proven that people who are global influencers do wake up earlier. They often will wake up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and start their day so that a lot of the things that they have to do are already done before most people's days start. So consider that for your morning. The other thing is, as you're moving through your morning, are you doing it in a relaxed way? Are you doing it in a calm way? Are you speaking and thinking in a calm way? So just simply observe yourself for the next day or two in terms of the immediate opening of your eyes. What happens when you wake up? The second thing is to create an environment in your home that actually feels calm. So in order to do that, look around your house and see if there's anything that triggers you that actually causes you to not think calm thoughts. So maybe your office has a pile of paper this high, and maybe there's a fraction of that you need to deal with today. So my suggestion is, whatever you're dealing with that day, keep that on your pile. The rest of it, just go and put it away, wherever you're going to put it away, right? But keeping the space clear. Also things, objects that calm you. It might be a salt lamp, for instance. It might be your prayer beads. The less is more. The more spacious that you can have things, but have a couple of things that are really grounding and calming you is so important. So environment does matter. You can talk to a feng shui expert, an organization expert. They'll all tell you the same thing, that when you look around at your surroundings, it actually does impact the level of calm that you and your family have right now. So since we have a lot of time right now with the COVID-19 virus, maybe just having the entire family one day say, okay, we're each going to pick a room and we're going to do the calm project. And just simply get rid of stuff you don't need or add things that add calm. Maybe something beautiful, a color that you love that creates that calm feeling. And in particular, saying goodbye to things that trigger you and create more stress in your life. A third way to bring calm into your home is to be aware of your thoughts, because our internal thoughts are so representative of the level of calm in our home. And in fact, it's been proven that, thoughts are energy, and that they can actually infuse into things like furniture and, things that are solid. They can infuse into them. And so that's another reason why people will pick up and say, oh, I really like the energy in this home, or I don't. It's because of the thoughts that have been swimming around in that home. And I know many children can pick up on their parents' thoughts quite easily without them ever having to say anything. I remember way back when my youngest son was 5 years old, and I was it was about a year before my divorce, and I was already feeling very, lots of hopelessness, but trying to hide it, as many of us did at that time, not knowing better, but trying to hide it from my children about how I felt. And I remember my son saying, he was sleeping, and I just kind of opened the door to check in on him, and he was talking in his sleep, and he said, "Mommy's sad." And even to this day, it makes me cry, knowing that he knew all along. And so our thoughts do matter. They infiltrate everything. And so my recommendation, and this is really step number 4, is to feel your thoughts, fully in terms of an emotion. So if you're sad, be sad. Allow yourself to be sad. Feel those emotions fully, and then allow them to leave, because they weren't meant to stay. They are meant to be felt, and allow them to leave. The motion of emotion, right? So having that freedom and willingness to move those emotions through, and then with your thoughts, simply continue to observe, oh, I'm having a sad thought. But that's okay. Allow that thought to go down the river of thoughts with everything else. And yes, at times you may need a counselor, may need to do deep emotional healing, but I'm talking about the majority of the time, where we are often stressed in a chaotic household, where it doesn't have to be that way. So if we feel fully, can allow those thoughts just to go down the river. And the final thing that I think really supports a calm home is to have conversations with the people in your home around what would support a happy, joyful home. What would support that home to feel like it's calm instead of stressed and chaotic. And making requests that aren't really what I call preferences, like I prefer that your socks be picked up, but rather from a deeper place, talking about what is it that your soul really desires. My soul desires to have this calm in order to be able to open up space for intuition, for creativity. And when the people in your home realize that this isn't just a preference, but a deep desire that runs within you for calm, then you can start to make small shifts and small changes with them. It is possible, but they first need to know, what's the deeper reason for all of this? And getting in touch with your own reason for it, being able to express it without blame, without shame, without judgment. So practice these things. And I encourage you, if you like this video and you found it helpful, please subscribe. And there is a bell next to the subscribe button that you can click if you'd like to get notifications for the following video. I also encourage you to visit KarenMcGregor.com, where you'll find my upcoming book, The Tao of Influence, which is for people like you, global influencers who want to make change on the planet through these ancient wisdom processes. Thank you.